says on the
I
air.
mean, yeah, I see on air and I do see live on your corner. I just don't see any information or links popping out.
Okay, here it is. It's coming on. I see it on.
Okay, got it. Yes.
Okay, see if you can turn your mic down just a little bit. Just see. Hang on. All right.
There you go.
Yeah, that's better. Okay, what is up with this? Okay, so we got. Let me just see. I'm going to pull up YouTube.
Yeah, I see on air and I do see live. Yep, I see it.
Yeah. Okay. So we're live, and we have. Looks like we're live on YouTube.
Hi, Marty.
Okay, so our sound must be okay. Let's see if we can get. We got Michael Mejia. He's in YouTube. Let's ask Michael. Michael, can you hear us? All right, everybody.
Yeah, is audio good?
Yeah, yours is a little loud. Okay. So Martin's in the audience too. So he's. So can you guys hear Kathy Waldowski? Can you hear? Is the sound okay? Is the sound all right? People that are viewing this. What is this right here? Okay. Oh, I can actually share a screen too. All right, let's see. Looks like we're getting some hearts, so maybe that means that it's working. Michael, are you in YouTube? Can you let me know? Can you hear? Is it coming through? I guess I could turn it on. Let me see.
Yeah, Kathy said yes.
She did. Okay. All right. So here's the thing. Thank you, everybody, for.
Yeah, my sound is not great. I was asked to lower down.
Yeah, yours is coming in really loud. Yeah, it's not a mic though, is it? It doesn't have a gain on it. Doesn't have a.
No, not that. Yeah, it's this.
Do this. Speak into that real quick. I don't think it's coming. Go ahead.
Hello.
Now pull it away. Put your hand over it. Say it again.
Hello.
Yeah, your microphone is not that. It's something else. It must be the computer.
I can take it off if that's.
Okay, now try it. How's that?
Okay, how is that better?
Now you can turn the mic up. Can you turn the mic up now?
I am. As far as it's gonna go, I think.
Yeah, we can hear you. I mean, we can hear you. It's better than it was. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, so they're saying Kathy's sounds is a bit rough. Yeah, but I think Kathy, it's Delia. I guess I should have put the names up. There's captions here. I don't know how to do it. How do you do it? Set up. No. Anyway, I saw it in here a while ago. Oh, here's the chat. Can they see the chat? How do you?
I can see it. I just enlarged it.
Okay, so you can see the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, Michael said that's better. So okay, but I don't see the chat on the screen. That's the thing. So how do you?
Oh, okay.
How do I let them see the chat? Okay, see, we're getting. So we're able to have the chat on here for.
Yeah, I can see where it's all coming from and originating.
Yeah, it's coming from
so
the different. That way we can see everybody's now instead of just 2 of the 4 or 2 of the 5. But the question is, how do I let them see the chat? That's what I want to see. I want them to be able to see the chat, which we'll just have to figure that out again later. But we can see it. That's the main thing. We can see the chat. So that means we can see anything that they. All right. So we're basically what we're doing, and we have. I can't really tell how many people we have, but I know we have 21 people on my page, and she said, "Sorry, Delia."
Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay, and then we have 3 people in the YouTube right now. Michael's there. Okay, so what can happen is, so what we're doing is we're working out the bugs on the software. We're going to combine this with the broadcast software, and what we're going to do is we're going to start expanding what we're doing, kind of mix the old radio shows that I used to do with the Soul Speak. So we're able to, at this point, let me just give an example. Open video. I thought I had a video up here already. Hang on. So what we're going to do, hang on, let's see. All right, there it is. So we're going to start every Monday at 11 at noon. Is it noon? 9 a.m. your time.
Mhm.
So noon Eastern time, 5 p.m. GMT, and like 2, 3, 4 in the morning in the Southern Hemisphere, depending on where you're at. We're going to start our week off every week with a Monday morning show of about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And on this show, we can do a lot of things. We can bring up to 10 people onto the screen. So Delia and I are going to host it, and we're just going to kind of develop it as we go. I thought what we could do is we could take, because it'll be on Monday morning, and what we could do is we could take all the shows from the previous week and like pick some of the high points out, and then we could actually play excerpts from those shows and talk about the things that are brought up on the previous week's shows. And then, you and I can talk about whatever, and we can bring people on. Let's see. I used the platform Tiny. Okay. So now if I go to, let me see if I can get somebody else. Let me see if Michael's still out there. Michael, you still out there? I think Michael's still out there. Okay. So I'm going to send Michael an email or a message. Let's see. Michael, if you can come in, I'm going to send you a link and see if you can, if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it. We'll find somebody else. Let's see. Paste. Oh, that's not it. Hang on. I'm going to fix this. All right. Hang on. Let's see. All right. So I'm going to send Michael a link and see if he can join us just to show what we're going to be able to do. So Michael, if you're available, can you just click that link and come on in? If he doesn't, then we'll find somebody else in a second. Okay. So he's coming. All right. He's coming. So he'll pop in a minute. I just sent him the link. All right. So Michael, I sent you a message on Facebook Messenger, and if you click on that, then you'll be able to come into the studio. So what we're doing is we're just developing this show. It's going to be Monday morning, start the week off. Soulgy, start the week off. I don't know what we're going to call it. Delia's going to come up with something. And so it'll be me and Delia just hosting this every Monday morning for an hour and a half to 2 hours. And we'll be able to do a lot of things, bring other people on. And, we could, in an hour and a half, we might have 2 or 3 or 4 people pop in for a 5, 10, 15-minute conversation and then move on to the next thing. I'm sure we'll develop some type of rhythm and some type of show. Let's see, he's got it. He'll be here in a second. So as an example, here's one of the things that we're going to be able to do. And thank you for everybody for hanging with us. Let's see, here we go. Like for instance, we can play a video such as this one. That's our brother Romeo Barron.
You ne sai, iri kannina, ere grande, jannas, dal jamnene, dere sugnana, dal jamne, dal jamnina, al jamne, dere sugnana, nam, dere jamne, te sugnan, hal jam, te jam, ete sugnan, dal jam, ese, sugnan, dal jam, dele jamnene, dere kandele, dere zamnele, te sugnan, al jamnele, te sugnan, al jam, ete sugnan, al jam, dere sugnan, nam, dele, te sarjan, ele cemdan, al jam, remjan, dal jam, dele jamnan, dersan, arjan, etu, danhan, yetan, sugnan, dale kandinan, al jamne, te sugnan, kin, al jamne, sugnan, tele, zamdere, kandere, andele, jamdere, sugnan, nam, tele, jam, ele, sugnan, nam, tele, dere kandele, janan, dere jananan, ele sugnan, al jamne, sugnan, al janan, dele, te kufyanan, arjan, yekşana, desoy, nantina, yer kanilan, yarjan, yekşana, antele, sugnan, antele, janan, dershanan, antele, kufyan, aljan, ete, duşan, nante, yale kandele, dere sugnan, yalşanan, krande yanas, washa yanas, ran yanas, Yani Jalchanena, Jalsujana, Jalchanega, Jalchanena, Aljande, Delsunana, Nandele, Jandele, Desu, Jande, Arjanete, Desunana, Nandele, Jandele, San, El Sanjan, Arjanena, Aljanet, Desujana, Nandele, Jante, El Sujana, Aljan Eja, El Fujana, Nandele, Jante, Aljan Eja, El Fuja, Delisujana, Delisujana, Aljanihi, Delisujana, El Janihi, Jaljanina. Gerekandele kan esushan ante yalke etu Jalchandele tushan ante Dere sujana Dar sujana Arshandi Dere sujana Nandele jandele tesujana Dar jandele jinna Arjana Del tandena Arjandena Arjandele Del sujana Dar jandele Arjandele 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 Jandal kenan Dele kenan Dere sanena Dele sujana Jalchandena Esundan, Archandele Sundandan, Jarikandele Sandandan, Junasai.
That was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, love his activations.
Yeah, it looks like the sound was good. Here we go. Hang on a second. How's that? You see that? Pop
Oh
up in the
yeah,
corner.
nice. Yeah.
So we actually are able to get all the comments from all the different platforms that we're going live on. Right now we go live on 3 Facebook pages and Soldier One Studios on YouTube, but we're about to add Soldier Network on YouTube, which is going to be our second YouTube channel. And that one's going to be nothing but excerpts or short videos, like probably from 3 minutes to 10 minutes of the shows that we have from the previous week or whatever. Whenever we go in, we'd like to get, and I got like 10 things going on here at once, but I'll get used to it. So, if you look at like Vlad TV or Joe Rogan, they have a show every day. We have a few more every day. And so they have a team, and that team will go in and cut out excerpts from each one of the shows. And then like on Joe Rogan, they put it on JRE clips. Vlad puts his on the same channel, but we'll have Soldier Network YouTube, and that will have nothing but the clips. And then of course, Soldier One Studios will continue to have the full length episodes. So this is, this is where we're going with it. And let's see, that didn't happen.
I think Michael's trying to get in.
Yeah. So we're getting the comments from, you can't see them all, but I can pull up the individual comments like that. Like, see, Gail Kaufman, this sounds great since I can't always stay for the whole interviews. Okay, awesome. And so, so we'll have Soldier One Studios YouTube. We'll have Soldier Network YouTube, which is the excerpts. And then we're going to have this Monday morning show, which is going to become more than that. It's going to become, probably a regular show. I was actually thinking or wanting to do a show every morning for an hour or so, whether Delia can make it every morning or not. I don't know. I haven't talked to her about it. Let's bring so this will be another thing we can do. We can bring up another person, which is somebody you might be familiar with. Although I don't see him. What, do I need to do something here? Am I done?
Oh, is the webcam on?
Yeah, his camera's not on. That's what it is. We can hear you, Michael. Can you? Yeah.
Yeah, it's your cam.
Yeah,
it's my camera's not showing.
Yeah.
Yeah, your camera.
All right, let me see. Israel's messing with it.
Blame Israel.
Yeah. There you go. Here he comes. Oh, well, it started to.
When you click.
So yeah, we'll be able to bring people on. We can bring up to 10 people. And there's Scott Ware from Radiance Magazine, our dear friend. Let's see, who's this guest? Okay, he's still blocked. Okay, we'll figure it out. It's going to happen, no doubt. So we can have up to 10 people on this format. We can play videos. We're going to do this. We are going to do this every Monday morning at noon. Well, that's not morning, but every Monday at noon Eastern time, New York City time, which is 5 o'clock London, 9 a.m. LA. early in the morning in the Southern Hemisphere. And just on that note, we are broadcasting late into my evening on Tuesdays and Thursdays so that we can pull more, or we can offer more live to the Southern Hemisphere. Like tonight, for instance, we have a show that's 9:30 Eastern time. It's going to be a really good show too. It's several ladies that get together, I believe every Monday, and I asked them if they wanted to come on and show us what they do when they get together every week. We had one like that before with that bunch, Ann McKean and who are the other ones? Oh, Gayatri. You look like Gayatri, by the way. You got you must have some dragon blood. Can you?
Well, I do work with dragons from time to time when they come up.
Michael, can you hear us?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Okay.
We can't.
I think
see you.
Iz is trying to. I think it might be because it's different software. So ours is linked to the cam. So
yeah.
But
your
audio sounds good.
Yeah, I had to do the same thing. Actually, I had to go in, and it didn't just go to it on me. Yeah. So actually, it's going to cost us some more extra money to be able to do this, and we'll actually be broadcasting on 10 platforms live. So we got 3 on Facebook today. We got 2 on YouTube, one that we haven't activated yet, which is at Solji Network. And so that means we have 5 more. 5. There you go.
There you go. We can see you.
So we got 5 more. 5 more groups or pages or channels that we're looking to add, so that when we go on, every time we go on, we'll be live on 10 different venues, on Facebook and YouTube. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. Somebody said a narrow window. Is it? Oh, I'm sitting here looking at it. It looks okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it looks all right. It's not bad. I would imagine with 10 people, it might start to look a little populated. Okay. So yeah. So Michael, and we just make up everything as we go here, spontaneously. And I just asked Delia if she would jump on and test this equipment with me, and she said she would. And I thought, well, you want to just go live? And she said, yeah. So then you're there, and just so everybody knows, we asked Michael if he wanted to come aboard the Solji team as we start to broaden the broadcasting menu, because it's not all about Todd, and it's never been just about Todd. So we're looking to expand. We're already producing a show every other Wednesday for Sandra Mathis. It's called, what is it called? Navigating the 5D frequency, something like that. We've got a couple of other people that we've talked to about doing a weekly or bi-weekly show, and we've asked Michael if he would like to come in and do a weekly show or a bi-weekly show, whatever he wants to do. He's just to bring his artistic and sacred wisdom to the table, and that's kind of how the philosophy is here. Nobody does it for you. You just come in and plug in and do it yourself, right? So we're glad to have you. He said yes, by the way.
Yes, I'm excited.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to see you and Dalia's show. That's going to be great.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
And,
definitely. I'm sure that Michael will be in for one of those from time to time.
Yeah, I
love
thought
that.
it would be like a kind of like, back in the day when you drive to work and listen to that morning radio show. You usually have like 2 people, and like they would make prank calls and call somebody on the phone, or
yeah.
and see with the broadcast software, we can actually do that. I'm not using the broadcast software right now, and you can see that we can play videos. We can bring up to 10 people on the screen, but with the broadcast software, we'd be able to. And actually, I can screen share here, but I don't think. Let me see that it would have. Oh, it would have audio, so we could. I don't know that we even need the broadcast software. I might have to cut off that subscription, but it sounds like we won't need Zoom, which is cool.
That's a good all-round expansion.
Yeah. You gotta work with
Stumbling
what
up, and it's all unfolding with divine orchestration, which is a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael's voice, I got to remember to put these up. So Michael's voice, they say here, Michael's voice is a meditation in itself.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that the truth?
Thank
And
you.
Denise Chadwick. So there's, the whole idea is to continue to add frequencies to an ever expanding vibration. And you guys talk. I got to answer a message.
So, Michael, after everything that's been going on, how did you feel overall in maybe thinking about going ahead and doing your own overall interviews and being a part of Astrology Studios and being in the center as a host?
Well, that's a good question. I think the last couple of days have just been like exciting. It felt so good to connect with you and Todd on the Zoom last Friday, and then Martin and Todd. And I'm excited. Like, I feel like for the first time probably in my life, like I'm around a collection of people that like I resonate with. And I'm excited to bring people on, and I want to hear people's stories. I want to hear them express themselves through poetry and music and whatever, language their spirit speaks. And you and Todd have been great. I loved your advice you gave me last Friday. And I really felt like I used that going into my conversation with Todd and Martin. And you're like,
no, I really felt that. It was amazing. And by the way, thank you so much. There was a lot of heart expansion right there that happened for everybody. And just reading everyone's messages and everything else and what they've been sharing, it's been so beautiful to see overall three divine masculines holding space, not just for themselves, but overall for the collective. And it's been amazing just to see that. And I think that everybody needs to see more of that to really push us forward into bringing forth the divine masculine and bringing back the softness and vulnerability, just as the divine feminine is also coming into her power.
Yes. Yeah, I feel it. I'm just excited. The Soulology, it's like, it feels like family. And like, I just can't even wait. Like now I told Israel too, and he's all in, he's excited. He watched the conversation with Todd and Martin, and he was just like, they hold so much wisdom. And I have to say this now that we're live is I've rewatched the talk with my family. And after Martin shared, which was just so powerful, and then you shared, Brother Todd, I was so, and I think everyone felt this, like I was just both of you sharing, like I had no words. Like I was literally speechless. And I just felt like that energy, like, right, like that stillness, like just everyone, we were all just staying there, not talking. And I felt like everyone watching felt that way too. But I really feel like there was like this apex, this apogee point when you performed, and I felt the transmission of your story. Like I felt like I was with you, and your heart showed me some of your journey. And the music accompanied with your voice, like that was perfect music that you chose. And so I didn't get to say that because I just didn't have language after.
Well,
I
didn't know you were talking. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I never go back and watch anything, but I went back and watched some of that. And one of the reasons that we're moving this direction, and I know this is more of a technical issue, but so I played music from Zoom or via Zoom. We were on Zoom, so I played I shared the screen, played the music, but because I wasn't using the broadcast software, you couldn't hear the voice. And that's one of the reasons that we're moving away from Zoom. So this is how you learn. But yeah, I appreciate what you're saying. And you guys just killed it. There's Martin now. I see he's on here.
Brother Martin.
Yeah, he's here. So I'm gonna see if I'm gonna go ahead and send him Martin, I'm gonna send you a message with a link. And there's no pressure, no rush, no worries, no nothing. If you want to come on and join us and and just we'll play with it a little bit more and see what it looks like with 4 people on. So let me just put this up here and see if he comes in. And if he doesn't, it's okay. That's cool. All right, so I sent him that. So what I was going to tell you too is, we talked about. Let's see. Do I got everybody on here? Okay. So we talked about creating our own network, our own private stream, own private server, everything except for the bandwidth that comes into the facility. We would own. So there's no way we would have any kind of disruption other than if the bandwidth didn't come into to the facility where we're broadcasting out of. So this has been going on for like 2 years. So we're still going to do that. Martin says, is he naked? That's okay. Yeah, go ahead.
I know, I saw that.
But we're still working on that. Our brother Aaron Pearson is done about 1,500 pages of computer code. We'll have the same kind of setup we have here. We might even use Restream in the interim. But in the interim, until our server and our stream and everything's set up, I'm going to go ahead and start working on, and it won't take me long, like just a couple of days, to put up a very simple web page, Sology Network. I've talked to Restream, and what'll happen is we'll actually send our signal to Restream from our website, and then Restream will distribute it to at least 10 different platforms. So, like say 6 or 7 Facebook pages and 2 or 3 YouTube channels, our 5 plus another 5 that we're looking for. And so what'll happen is anyone that comes to watch our show on any of these different outlets, the website itself will actually get the credit. And if anyone knows anything about internet commerce, it's all about how many hits do you get on your URL address. So everything will be, will be originating from our site. So we'll get credit for it. And this is the beginning. So the Sology Network will eventually have a website that you'll have multiple channels on. Okay. And here comes Martin. Let's see. Is that him? I heard something. He'll be coming in. But anyway, so it'll have, it also have a public profile based community. It'll also have a lot of archives, but again, the main thing is to have channel after channel after channel that are running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It will all be facilitated by the people that are in the community. So if Michael comes in and Israel come in and they say, hey, we've got 200 videos and, we've got a show that we do every week, then they would have a channel. That channel would be whatever it's called, the Poetry of Michael. And they would come on, they would plug in all their information as they saw fit. This is all, let me see if this is Martin here.
This is, nothing wrong.
No, that's not, that's the video. I see Martin's name, but I don't see, hang on, here we go. I got to get used to, there he is. Okay, I got you. There he is. All right. So this is how it works. Okay, very cool. They would come on, and they would plug in. All right, who's got the recorder on? Martin, is that you?
I think so.
Martin,
That's me.
yeah. You have a window open? I can hear my voice. Yeah. You have a window on? Can you hear? Can somebody hear that?
Did you get some clothes on there?
Okay. Oh, you put some clothes on. You were naked. You were naked. All right. Cool.
No.
Huh? Test.
Oh, maybe it was me, was it?
Oh, it's gone now. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, it's gone.
So what's happening, Michael? We're just testing this out and playing with the software.
Oh, there we go. I can hear you now.
There you go. Yeah. What's happening?
What's up?
What's
happening? I just had to put on some clothes there.
I want to say that Michael said, I still hear that. Somebody's got anyway, don't worry. It's not that loud. But Michael was talking about that show that we did and on Sunday, which was a very powerful day, by the way. I mean, it's been yesterday too. But there's a lady there's a beloved sister that I know that she, I think, reached out to Martin. I know she reached out to Michael. Maureen Moss, who is a way shower. She started Puja Network, I think, in 2000. It ran 10 years, I think 2002 to 2012. And that was the third most popular internet radio program in America. Literally millions and millions. I mean, we're talking, she had Marianne Williamson and what's that guy's name? I can't remember all of them, but like, Bruce Lipton types. And I mean, really forged the path for the Sologies of the world. Last year, she contacted Morgan and I and said, I see Sology as the baby of Puja Network. How can I help you? So she's always been like an advisor to us, and she's close to us. But anyway, she sent me a note and telling me that the show that Michael and Martin were on was the best show she's ever seen. And I think she reached out to y'all as well. So that was a big endorsement, by a very prominent person.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well done, Michael. I think he's...
Michael killed it. Michael killed it.
Yeah, I'd love to watch it back as well, because I said this, I think, to both of you. I can't remember anything except how I felt. All I can remember is how I felt in both of your shares. Everything else is a blank. Really, I don't remember a single thing. But I have a feeling from your share, Michael, and your share, Todd, it was incredible. Wow. So I've got to watch it back.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. It was powerful. And I can just say right now, when I saw your activations of the warrior, it took me to several different places that I was like blown away. My body was vibrating. It literally took me to all those sacred sites that you were displaying, to all the constellations that were connected, to all the galactic family that was there, infusing the energy. And it was amazing. I literally have to lie down for a while and be like, woo! Too much energy.
I was feeling it too, yeah. Oh, amazing. Thank you. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I want to do it outside one day. That was the plan. But then I thought it was good to, the sacred sites and us becoming the dynamic sacred sites. I feel it's a powerful time, powerful time. And I've not been sleeping since. I'm like, it's 10 past 12.
Yeah. What happened with that? The crazy thing is that all started with Martin a week ago Friday, putting up a post. And I told the story on the show, but I happened to see it. I thought, oh my God, you took the words right out of my mouth. And I made that comment on his post, and it was the first comment. I'm like, holy crap, he must have just put this up. So fast forward, we do the show Sunday. And so yesterday it continued to be powerful, and I couldn't put my finger on anything. I wasn't trying to figure anything out. And Morgan and I were going to sit down and just watch some Outlander and just try to process, just let everything flow. And so before I came upstairs, I was like, I got to put up a post. Like, how you get told you got to do something. So I put up something huge is happening. It's happening. Can you feel it? And 900 hits later, and by the way, Martin that's my point. Martin made a comment, and he was the first one to make a comment, as I had done on his the 2 Fridays back. But I was amazed.
It was the same thing. I lifted my phone, and your post was just there. The second I lifted it was there.
Yeah. So that you can't make that up. And the crazy thing was, I just put it up. I didn't expect anything about it. I just looked at it 2 hours later, and there's like 500 people on it. But the amazing thing was the comments that people were making, that regarding their physical things, timeline shifts, just all kinds of stuff. I don't know. How was y'all's Monday? How was that?
I just feel like
I don't even know what day I'm on.
Yeah, right.
After the show, I feel like Martin, I didn't have a lot of language, like just integrating the experience and what the message you sent us about that brotherhood, which was really felt, and just how like we all felt like just we were moving as one. And even the sense of I felt like at the same moment, like there was a completion where all of us had shared everything we were meant to. and organically we knew we were ready to give the last sharing, but we never really said that. We never had any format. It just energetically, we just kept feeling the energy and meeting it. And I like when you shared, Delia, because I wanted to know if like everyone was experiencing it the way I was or the way I felt the three of us were. Because I said to Israel, like I felt like the energy was just like expanding, like just throughout the world. It felt like it just felt like it just.
No,
kept going.
it really was. I think you guys were a pinnacle triad of powerful collective energy being amplified out. And I saw afterwards, it wasn't even that long. I think I just had checked yesterday. And the video itself had, I think, one of the top views overall that any other show that I've seen so far in the span of just one day. That's powerful. That says a lot right there. Aside from everything that was being shared, I was blown away to see that, and just listening to everything. I know that me and my Zoom buddy were in tears the entire time, and just to be and hold also space for that entire process, it just felt amazing. Just to have that expansion happen and then knock us off with that light language activation.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was wild. That was wild.
And you know what I loved about it too, and this is we had no plan whatsoever. It was not like Todd just said, "Let's come together," and then he just kind of said offhand at the end, do something, bring some artistic thing. So no one knew what each other was doing or if we were doing it. It was just completely in the moment, and that's what I love. Well, you were talking about maybe recording something, but for me, I can never. It just doesn't work for me. I need to be in the moment, and I think it just worked. Well, I want to watch it back, but I just know what I felt. It's the feeling afterwards, and it was amazing too because Michael's just activated me. Like I was shaking like all over, and I was like, I don't think we were on the camera when you were doing that.
It was beautiful.
Oh, the first sound vibration, I was just shaking, and I was like incredible. I don't know how I got through my own. And then Todd, as soon as yours started, then I was just done. Tears, absolute.
Yeah. I was in tears the whole time. Well, of course, when Michael starts talking, everybody starts crying. That's what Maureen said. Maureen sent me a note on my phone, and she said, I don't know what to say. I saw that show with Martin and Michael, and I don't know what to say, but I love you. And then she sent the next one, she said, and I'm still crying. So and that thing about another thing that we haven't, the metrics for the Sology network, they're not available anywhere. It's not like you can get them, but through some maneuvering, been able to pick up some metrics for the shows when they're live. And like that show, there was 319 people watching it live, and then of course it continues, with the replays and stuff. But yeah, Sunday's shows and Monday's shows really took off. Like that says something about the energy. The show we did with Judith Kuzel, which was a great show, if nobody saw that, it's already at 5,000 views just on my page. So it's actually at about 10,000 views. You just can't see it because it's spread out all over 5 pages. But yeah, so that kind of information too we'll be able to get out there. And so the idea behind it, eventually, we're going to start with this temporary bridge to the permanent site, which will still be the same URL. But the idea behind it is, so let's say like we use these people here. So we say we have a channel 1 is just 24/7 of replay of excerpts from different shows from all the different channels. And let's say channel 2 is, like a music channel where it's music videos like the one we played of Romeo earlier, and, light language and dance or whatever, like a music and arts. And channel 3 is poetry of Michael. And I'm not being presumptuous, Martin. I'm just using this as an example. Say channel 4 is Martin and his work, Channel 5 is Delia. And so you're having these, each person is in charge of their own channel. Nobody does anything for you. And you basically input a channel feed, let's say a 24-hour tape from your archives of excerpts or whatever you want to put in. And then when you come in to do your let's say you have a weekly live show, you come in and in layman's terms, you push pause, you go live, and then when your show's over, you push play, and your channel continues to run. And so what happens is, I was told never charge ever for anything. I was told 2 years ago by the Arcturians, you're part of the team bringing in 5D commerce, which is based on the honor system and paying it forward and not taxable. This is one of the ways we break down the old financial structures from the patriarch. But what happens is it will be totally transparent. We'll have these metrics and we'll put them up on the screen. They'll be on the website, and it'll show, let's say, for instance, Mark McNichol channel had 7% of the viewership from the previous month. Whatever abundance is sent to the network, we will then distribute it based on the viewership, basically. And then the idea is just to continue to pay it forward and be transparent about it and forge a new monetary system, or however you want to put that. That's part of the role. So I just wanted to throw that in there while I was thinking about it.
Beautiful. Love it. You're blazing the new trail. I love it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of, I see a lot of this happening though. I see a lot of people's work is starting to come to fruition. It really is.
This software is great as well. I've never been on the other side of this software. I use this one as well, but it's good because we can see the comments as well, which is really cool.
Yeah.
You don't have that in any of the other ones where the guests can see comments. It's much more interactive.
Yeah.
Really cool.
And if we had enough screen space, imagine if we have enough screen space, we could put the comments on here, but I don't think we would. I tried it with the broadcast software before. It takes up too much room. But yeah, it's cool. And, we thought that we were going to have to send the signal, but that we were going to have to actually, which we could, send the signal to each platform, to restream, to multi-stream. And now that the technology's caught up and the pricing has gone down a little bit, it's still not cheap, but that what can happen is we can actually send our signal to Restream, and then Restream will do what they do and send it out to whatever platforms we want. We're going to start with 10. And then what happens is anyone that's watching, the credit goes to the original URL, which is our website. And that's how we start to build traffic. And as people come into the website, so imagine having, let's say, I'm just going to make up numbers. Michael's got 5,000 followers, and Solargy's got a base of about 80,000. Say Martin's got 30,000, and so-and-so's got 50,000. And everybody starts to come over and plug into this community-oriented hub, which again is not about Todd. It's just about a place where we can go out from under the constructs of the matrix. And imagine bringing all these communities to one URL where you'll have the Facebook part of it, the social network. You'll have the YouTube part of it, which will be lives and archives, and you'll also have like almost like a directory that again is forged like Wikipedia is, where everybody puts in what they put in, and then it's just at that point your sustainability is based on substance. If it's substantial and people are attaching to it, then you're obviously going to be in the flow of the abundance, both in the physical and the non-physical. So it's like an emulation of the universal energy period. And so, so this is going to be a bridge for us and we'll use Restream or a service like this, because I'm talking to a couple other companies that don't actually do this, but they would do it. And so, just a place for everybody can plug in as an alternative. And once that's set up, then we put it on a handheld. So, people can access it through their handheld device. Yeah.
Exciting times.
Yeah.
I just need to plug on my laptop because it's also needing some power.
Yeah. We're just wrapping. So, anyone have anything they want to talk about, or just while we got the option here, I'm going to answer a couple of messages.
Well, your Sunday second with was really, really powerful as well, as seeing what's been happening, and a lot of that healing and triggering, and a lot of people coming forth speaking about overall programming, as well as being unfortunately the victim in certain aspects in sexual abuse.
Yeah.
I thought it was really powerful. There's something that he'd said definitely that struck for me too. And it was when you finally learn to do the overall healing of the victim and the perpetrator in both ends, in timeline healing. It was really powerful because I've actually done that in the past. And once I started hearing him talk, like I said, I got knocked out. I was in a meditative state for the longest until the broadcast was over, and I was hearing him finish up his entire overall discussion of holding space to him. And a lot of us was just holding a lot of space in his truth. And I really love how everybody's coming in and speaking their truth, knowing that it's a safe place overall for a lot of us that come from those backgrounds, no matter, wherever level that they are. So it was powerful. And from then on, I've been having the constant going under kind of meditative state in some of the shows that I've been listening to. And it's been powerful since it's like, oh, you're getting rewired. This is what's happening. This is your body's getting rewired. Your energy's getting rewired. Your etheric energy in all levels is getting rewired. And I was even asked to, and my body was like, okay, you're going to have to go change your food again. You're going to have to go to a different state of you've done in the past and clear some of that energy in order to speed you up in this whole process. So it's been interesting, and I was like, wow, okay, I see what's coming from. And I think all of it has to do with your activation in the end. It really, really just catapulted me to a whole other level. So it was amazing. It was beautiful. I just wanted to share that. So thank you very much. It definitely is unlocking other levels upon another level.
I feel like something too, like that we're coming to is we've all been doing all of this work for so long, and I know that a lot of us, our journey's been kind of lonely. Like I think a lot of us felt like we traveled alone. I didn't feel like I had a lot of people sustaining me in the external world, but it was because I was meant to go inside at a young age for specific purposes, like everyone. And what's like exhilarating right now, and this really hit me hard on Sunday, was that I think we're entering this new phase where we've learned how to become sustained from within. So now we get to match frequency with people who've done the same, and now we're all coming together, and there's like this cohesion, and now we get to all kind of just shine our light together and for the same intention, the same purpose. And so I'm excited to just be with all of you.
Right on, man. This is how it happens. So imagine a place where, you can plug in whenever you want to, an alternative to, an alternative to what places that we have to put our expressions out, our workout. So this is and so you have YouTube, and you have Facebook, and you have Instagram, and whatever else is out there, and now you have an alternative that's literally from I don't mean this in a monetary way. I mean this in an energetic way, but like rags to riches. It's like the 99.99% coming in, and this is the way it was shown to me by the the you, me, we, and it, but particularly the Arcturians. They showed me like this giant funnel, like when you put in oil or when you use a funnel for pouring a liquid into a container. They showed me this giant funnel, and they said, just keep putting broadcast, post or whatever, keep putting them into the funnel, and it's a self-serve kind of situation. Nobody's required to pay anything. What nominal cost that, I'm talking about in proportion to most businesses that have the volume of traffic that this is going to have, or this has already. Because one of the things I'd point out too is that Sology does, again, the metrics aren't easily attainable. I can go find them, and that's based on years and years of tracking them, and I'm kind of a numbers freak anyway. But just to give you an example of how much information has been withheld in regard to the efforts of Sology and Martin and just different people. We actually reach about 2 million people a week. And what that means is that somewhere on their device, Sology pops up. Okay, so you're talking about a 22% conversion ratio where somebody will then like it or watch something or make a comment. Now, if you extrapolate those numbers and you start to pull in all these other people that are in our community, the people that go on Martin shows, that go on the Sology shows, and they bring their communities to this one place, you're talking about boatloads of people. You're talking about the tens of millions of people. So if you can imagine, as they showed me, you fill this funnel up, and let's say you have 250,000 people come through the door in a given month, and the average gift forward is even $3. There's so much that we can do with this level of abundance, and it's not all about dollars. It's about other things, other resources that people have. But can you imagine, some of these great ideas that people have to build communities, to build new schools, to get behind people with initiatives that don't have any capital or whatever the case is. But again, it's all transparent. It's all built from the ground up, and it's an emulation of the universal energy, and so just like we're doing now, striving for a higher perfection, even though we're perfect, striving for a higher truth, even though we are truth, and everything that goes with it. So I'm excited about it. I was pretty uptight about it for a couple of years, and then like everyone else, I'm learning you can't force anything. If you try to force it, or if you feel anxiety or you feel stress or pressure, it's not going to work. It's like a detached flow, right? Detached to the outcome kind of flow. Yeah. Right on.
Love it.
That's the only way, to just go with the flow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exactly.
With how everything's been going and energetically this moment, and how this whole quarantine in the world is happening, it's really pushing us to look more further, deeper inside. This is how a lot of greater awakening is happening with everybody collectively. And all of us have been doing the work for a really long time, are stepping out, and we're hearing the call and saying, okay, I'm asked to do something. And really pushing us out of our own little box that we created because we thought we were going to be safe. Mm-hmm. And eventually, when we start feeling and going with the flow of things, we start feeling less anxiety, less things that you are going and flowing with your soul purpose. And those other missions that pop out along the side, which is a good thing overall. And when we stay within ourselves and we stay within our heart, and we're going to be guided and led through to the people, to the connections. And this is why I really love overall zoology. it saved so many people during quarantine to stay sane overall as well, and I'm one of them. And to be able to push forward into what's happening, where we're going to be leading our hearts to, and really shifting to more of our true purpose and where we're leading. We're being asked for services, and where our thinking and processes that we used to think modalities used to be helpful are being expanded upon that. And I'm excited for all of this. I'm excited for everybody that's producing so many things that are out there. And I see a lot of beautiful people time and time again doing that. And this is just going to catapult us in further to really bringing a community forward, and maybe even facing out of Facebook, having a presence there, but really focusing on going where the community is and really keeping us more in alignment. Because a lot of people are opting out of Facebook, trying to find another ends of social platforms. And if this is going to be, we're all going to give that energy of where we want to create, and we're going to create it ourselves with the energetic field that we're creating and we want. And this is a big shift that we're doing. So I'm really looking forward to all of it.
Yeah, right on.
Beautiful. Yeah, I feel this internet like is beyond social media, of course, and that's already created in the quantum. Like we've been having these connections, conversations, it's all created. It just takes this like initiative and, ingenuity and some balls as well to go and, take it to the next level, to bring it into reality. But it's already done. It's done. It's there. That frequency and all that wisdom and all the hours and hours. Like, how many shows have you done, Todd?
How many shows?
Yeah.
We've done 2,100 Soul Speak shows. We've done about, I'd say probably right around 4,000 video productions.
Think about like you put that together energetically. You just put it together, not even hours, not even just like, just put that together energetically.
Yeah.
I think what's created, what's been uncovered in in that field. So it has to come to be. So like you're saying Delia, about the social, it's going to expand beyond that. We are the social network. So it's exciting.
Yeah. And what's amazing is I remember back in the day, like I'm talking like 2014, when I first started doing videos out of the studio. I think I did 300. I thought 400. I did 400 in 9 months. The first leg of it. And I remember my kid coming in, 16, 17 years old. And I didn't know what I was doing. I was just following the guidance. And, you're always doubting yourself. And, you just get up and do it again the next day. And my son said, Dad, you and people like you are building this archive that can be tapped into. And what reminded me of it is you're talking about the energetic field can be tapped into at any time down the road by your, other generations. So having that in mind, it's really interesting because when I started the broadcasting, I started it on Solargy One Studios page on Facebook, and I originated it there because they did have metrics that you could follow. But every time we got up to 500,000 people, now this is 3 years ago, 500,000 people a month. I'm sorry, it was, a month reach. They would knock us down to like 50,000. So then I went to the Soulgy group and it was worse. And then I went to I figured, well, we'll try it under the radar and put it on my page. And that worked for about a year before they started suppressing it. But my point is, so I haven't originated any videos from the Soulgy One Studios page in probably 3 years. Yet, if I go back and look at the metrics for the past week or month, it has the same number of minutes viewed as YouTube, which we really didn't get into until January of 19. But my point is, how I'm amazed at how many people are going into those archives of these old stuff, and they're watching it. So imagine, see, this is what I'm getting at. This information has not been put out there. You're not allowed to see how much your work is penetrating into the realm. You know, you can go into the energetic field and you can probably get a good, look at it and you can get some information, but you can't get hard physical evidence because they're not allowing it. But this is going to change with this type of initiative. Not to mention the abundance is tied to it, which makes it nice and fair and equitable, because it's all based on the continuity of the expressions and how they're received and resonated with.
Mm.
Ties in with something I heard and really resonated this week, was that, all of this shift, everything that we've been going through on Earth, and when you talk about that archive, all of the darkness, all of the challenge, all of the things, the eons of stuff that we went through here, and that archive is for other civilizations throughout the whole of eternity, so that they don't have to go through what we went through. We're going through it, so that's embedded in the field, so that no longer do you need to go to the place that we've all been. And we've chose to be here now because it's that time. But so that archive it's part of that. It's the arc. It's the arc of wisdom.
It's very true. It's very true. And we had more than one person come on, and I want to go back like a year and a half. There was like a phase where people that were coming on, not all of them, but that were connecting to the field or to the infinite intelligence, one way or the other, through different faces of the universe. More than one, many of them came in and said that the entire universe is watching, programs like this. Like, to your point, Martin, they're learning. They're actually learning that we're like, people make jokes that maybe Earth is reality TV for the rest of the universes.
For real?
But it's actually, there's some truth to that. And so this is like, Morgan always says that the internet is the highest physical manifestation of the ethers. And so if you think about that, we're integrating physical and non-physical, then what you said is right on the money. It really is.
Yeah, the internet too, how it was created was based for military overall, had a male energy, try to use infiltration and overall information going back and forth between just bases and military. But it really has itself energetically really shifted to a divine feminine energy, where it's bringing a lot of groups together, where it's really doing exactly what we're doing. Bringing people from all across the world together and having a voice. And that's truly a whole new shift that we've been coming to. And I've been feeling that for the past 5 years. That's bringing more and more groups coming forth. Just like your show that you're going to have later today. Women coming together, meeting, and overall having a purpose. And just like the other group, the Dragon Weavers as well. And I know Gayatri's overall group as well, that they meet in different time zones, but they're making time and space overall where they're coming together and really making a really shift and change overall. And this is the most overall shift in energetic field. And I definitely do agree. I mean, we are the reality TV show. I mean, any structure that has overall like a pyramid, obelisk, whatever, it is an antenna, and they're being able to see what's going on. And overall, just like they're seeing things, we're getting recalibrated into the aspects of the collective. We have a lot of energy that are out there that we can ask for help overall. That includes the angels, the fairies, all the divine essences that are there that we can definitely calibrate to and ask for help in aiding recalibration in the energetic field as well. So I'm excited for all of this.
Yeah,
I think we're more National Geographic than Kardashians. National Geographic.
Well, there's a lot more substance in the National Geographic than there is for Kardashians. Although everybody's got a role, right? Yeah. All right, man. Well, I just wanted to jump on here and test this equipment, and maybe we'll do the same thing again tomorrow, and I'll hook up the broadcast software. But I don't really see where the only thing with the broadcast software, if somebody wants to, it really is essential because you can do more. You can control. It's got a mixer basically, so you can control sound and then also if somebody wants to, like if you go back to that one that we did Sunday, when I put that music on, it was very loud. The mic was very low, and with broadcast software, you can adjust that. You don't have that issue. So maybe we'll test it tomorrow, Delia.
Okay.
And you guys are in the audience. We'll send you a link, but it will work the same way. We just, and I guess we're gonna, for those of you like Allison out of New York, and thank you for all your support, Allison, that watch everything on Zoom. It looks like we're leaving Zoom. So, hallelujah. Baby steps. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right?
There you go.
I appreciate y'all.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, sister.
Well, I'm so glad this worked out, and hooray.
Yeah. All right. Peace out. Thank you. See y'all later.